got a character that keeps doing cute stuff and you like that character, you start going with that character, that will wreck your book. Because that character might not have been the person the book was built around. If you got a plot building the Transcontinental Railroad, D-Day, and you let that get away with you, then the best way to do that is not to know enough. You got to do your research in a way where you really know what's important, so you can order that plot and keep that plot subordinate to the rest of the book. Now, with characters, anybody remember a TV show called Good Times?
Yeah.
Who was the lead character?
Well, it was the mother of the father. I don't know. I only remember Susan and I.
Yes. Now, see, you both are right. You both are right. That show was built around John Amos and Esther Rowe as a hardworking parent living in the ghetto, raising these kids.
So they moved up to the big town.
No, that's the
No, that's Jefferson.
That's the
the
Jefferson.
other show. Well, the thing about that show is that one day JJ said dynamite.
Yeah.
And everybody loved Dynamite. Next thing you know, the show was turned on its head. And every episode, JJ's got a girlfriend. JJ steals something.
He became
JJ goes to, yeah. And it developed to the point where you had that one joke, Dynamite, JJ. And the show, John Amos, just as an aside, was so miffed that he wasn't the star anymore. He quit. Remember the father disappeared?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. His feelings got hurt. But the show died. Another one. Remember Urkel?
Yeah. Yes.
Another case where Raymond Valjean, he was the lead character. Remember he was a cop and he had a family and he lived in some suburb of Chicago? That was the story, like Leave It to Beaver Goes Black or whatever. But then one day Urkel walked into the room and I said, did I do that? And people laughed. The next thing you know, what happened?
Urkel was the star.
Yeah, the Urkel show. That's what happens to your work when you let the characters take control of you. So the other, go ahead.
I know I was heard, I've read time and time that you write something and then you just cut it in half until the first half away and run with the second half. Could it be that they're doing that on spirit writing? I won't try to say it.
Yeah.
And then they find out they find the stories that they throw away the good times and stay with Dynamite.
Yeah. Hemingway used to throw away about 2/3 of what he wrote. Think about that. Yeah. So he believed in getting it all out of there. Then he'd go through and pick out the diamonds that are in there. Yeah. But my suggestion is don't make that your final draft.
Yeah.
If you do decide to do that, understand that basically you're playing at this. And there's going to be a lot of throat clearing, a lot of wrong turns. Then you go back and you extract what's real from that.
God's rewrite.
There you go. But the worst thing in the world, again, is to let your characters take control. What that also entails is being careful about who you show your work to. You show your work to somebody like a grandmother who's into kids, and she'll love the dogs and the cute kids, but that's not what's driving your story. It's not driving the story. And so you want to find people to look at your work whose opinion you respect because of body of work, not because of like one particular thing, because those people will skew you as well. Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying?